Good evening. It's Facebook Love number 291. My goodness. I almost want to give up on the numbers. I have been collecting poems lately because I'm only coming once or twice a week. Life is very much, it's almost pre-pandemic. I'm almost back to regular. I'm still at home most of the time when I'm working, but I go out a lot for appointments and to see friends. But I still feel a great need for some verse. So today I have three not very long poems. And I'll just say what they are as I go along. This first one is from one of my favorite writers in the whole wide world, Mary Oliver, and this one is titled, Some Questions You Might Ask. Is the soul solid like iron? Or is it tender and breakable, like the wings of a moth in the beak of an owl? Who has it, and who doesn't? I keep looking around me. The face of the moose is as sad as the face of Jesus. The swan opens her white wings slowly. In the fall, the black bear carries leaves into the darkness. One question leads to another. Does it have a shape like an iceberg? Like the eye of a hummingbird? Does it have one lung like the snake and the scallop? Why should I have it and not the camel? Come to think of it, what about the maple trees? What about the blue iris? What about all the little stones sitting alone in the moonlight? What about roses and lemons and their shining leaves? What about the grass? Some Questions You Might Ask by Mary Oliver. That one is from the early 90s. I think New and Selected Poems from 1992. I have another. This one comes to me a lot when it feels like the world is too much, which just seems to happen to me all the time now. And I've said many times here that I bob up like a cork, but there have been days in recent weeks when I didn't think I could do it. And this poem is one of the things that scruffs me like a mama cat scruffs a kitten and sets me back on my feet. This one is by Emily Dickenson, and it's titled, Hope is the Thing with Feathers. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Hope is the thing with feathers. I imagine a bird that just doesn't ever stop singing. I just imagine that. I want to say that poem is from a collection dated 1951. It's not that old. And we've certainly been through very hard times before. I read my daily dose of Heather Cox Richardson late last night instead of early this morning, and she said something that really struck me. She is a historian of what is happening right now, and she puts it all in the context of the last 200 some years. And she said that when people wonder why she carries so much hope inside her, she said it's because there are so many of us out there engaging with her, discussing our republic and the democratic process and the messiness and the opportunities that we have to be citizens and community. And it makes my heart feel big because that's how I feel. So I have one more for you. This one is a little more perhaps female, but I just love this. I just read it. This is a collection I've been working through. From Maggie Smith. It's her newer book called Goldenrod. Backwards, I know. This is in the second section. This one is titled Slipper. Last time I sat at the sea's open door, I was 7 months pregnant. My son bobbing inside me and the same roar of waves there. What I love about the sea is its relentless newness, the constant turning over, mornings gray-green, afternoons blue and glassy, the horizon wearing its ridiculous white ruff of clouds. I am becoming my mother here, in a skirted one-piece swimsuit, my thighs glistening scallop white and tender, spreading in the beach chair, my kids digging broken shells from the sand at my feet. My daughter gasps to find one whole. A common slipper, also called a boat shell for its shape. Something once lived there, something slick and muscular, a tongue clamped inside. Imagine if I could wear my home and call it my body. Wear my body and call it home. That's Slipper by Maggie Smith. There's something about being a female, especially a female that becomes a mom. I'm reminded so often, you can't forget that while you are a cerebral creature and that you have a soul, you are an animal, a mammal, and we can grow life and hold and host life, and then we expel, we hope, life, though it's never a promise. And then we spend the rest of our life with part of our heart on the outside of our body, and we watch our own body changing in response to all this going on, and it never ends, the wonder of that. So I'm kind of all over the place today with hope and creatureliness and thinking about the soul. This is Facebook Love, and I'll see you again. Bye.